عندي تيست تيست عندي تيست. اهلا استاذ زين. اهلا. هل انطون ما عم بيطلع صوتي. عليه على الاخر، علي الشانل. تيست تيست انطون، عم تسمعني؟ انا ما عم بسمع.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wahid Behmarti, and I serve the Department of Communication, Arts and Languages at the university. I wish to welcome you all to this Christmas concert, which we are holding at our beloved university under the title Traditions and Carols from Across the Globe, and which is directed by my colleague, artist in residence, Dr. Reem Deeb. This concert has a global nature. It represents the whole globe, the whole world, and we are very delighted and honored to have participants in this audience who represent several nations in this world. We hope this occasion unity, harmony among all the nations of the world. Maybe music is a common language for all nations, and we are very glad that we are holding this event, celebrating Christmas at LAU, and we will start with a song by Dr. Deeb, accompanied by the LAU Music Club, and also pianist Olga Bolun. So welcome with me Dr. Deeb and her colleague.
عدروض أحبابنا يميت هلا بأهل الحلا فتح ربيع بلادنا يا مر نور سمانا بوجود
Good evening. Now, Excellencies, colleagues, friends, students at the LAU, welcome again to the LAU. I am Jacob from the Embassy of Denmark, and I've got the pleasure of taking you through tonight's program. I'm so happy to see so many here tonight for this event on Christmas traditions and music across the globe. I think tonight's program is rather unique in its natures. It will feature a range of Christmas carols and music from across the globe. Indeed, we will have Christmas songs in more than 11 different languages. We've got Arabic, Bulgarian, Danish, English, German, Greek, Italian, Latin, Portuguese, Romanian, and Spanish. What I also think is very delightful about this event is the number of participating missions. Here we have 10 different missions, embassies, and in addition, the European Union contributing in various ways tonight. For me, this event also highlights the unique ability of music to bring people together across cultural differences. I mean, through music, we meet and see each other in new ways, and we can jointly explore our diversity in all its beauty. So my hope is we will have a joyful night and get to share and experience our different music traditions. Now, before we start, let me just say a little bit about tonight's artists. You've already seen some of them on stage. We have, the program has been pulled together by Dr. Reem Deep of the LAU. Reem holds 2 doctorates in music from Indiana University, St. Jacob's School of Music. She's also a lecturer here at the LAU, and she was recently appointed as artist in residence here. On the piano, we have Olga Bolin, and if you've heard Olga before, you know that we are in very capable hands, literally. Olga is a professor in piano at the National Higher Lebanese Conservatory of Music, and also very happy to introduce you to this wonderful group. This is the LAU Music Club, the vocal ensemble. So let me say a little bit about how the program is going to work. I will ask representatives from participating countries, or a representative from participating countries, to say a little bit about, a few words about Christmas traditions from those countries. And then we can get to the fun part, which is to listen to the music there. So we will begin with Lebanon, obviously. So can I ask Dr. Bassem El Shab to take the floor and say a little bit about Lebanese traditions, and then we shall listen to the music. And you have the program in front of you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Christmas is a very special time for all Lebanese, without exception. More so when times are tough. It is a time of celebration and a time of hope. The spirit of Christmas touches the believers and the non-believers. The occasion transcends all communities, and I think this is where Lebanon stands out after a bloody civil war, that this occasion transcends everybody and touches all communities. How do we celebrate Christmas in Lebanon? In one word, together. Together. We may differ on politics and other issues, but on such occasions we are together. The festive mood permeates the country. Not one region, but many. And you will find decorations in Muslim areas. And it is no more apparent than on Christmas Day, where you receive phone calls and other things from all denominations and from all areas. And I think there is hope. I think people want to say it is not so bright, but on Christmas Day it is bright, I assure you. Christmas is important for families in Lebanon. I think there's no more important tradition than the family Christmas dinner, which brings people together. And the closest thing to it is Thanksgiving in the United States. And that is a very honored tradition that brings generations and families together. In our family, no evening is complete without the piano that Paul, Nina's brother, plays the piano, and we sing Christmas carols and Christmas songs before dinner. And then the day after we have presents, and then we have another lunch at another family setting. So I think the basis of the tradition is the family dinner. In our church, we used to go caroling from house to house, but we don't do that anymore. But for all of us, music is at the heart of Christmas. It brings us peace and joy. And I do hope this evening will bring us peace and joy. And I do thank you for this very, very enchanted evening. Thank you.
ينبت الحب. جاي 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 يا هالأرض انحني جاي جاي الليل جاي يسوع. جاي الليل يسوع يا هالأرض انحني صوت الفرح مسموع عم تضحك هالدنيا. جاي الليل يسوع يا هالأرض انحني صوت الفرح مسموع عم تضحك هالدنيا. والناس سهرانين ببيوتن دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع. جاي الليل يسوع يا هالأرض انحني صوت الفرح مسموع عم تضحك هالدنيا. والناس سهرانين ببيوتن دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع. يا ليل ساكت ليش ما وصل بعد الخبر ناطر لك قديش طولت كتير صار. يا ليل ساكت ليش ما وصل بعد الخبر ناطر لك قديش طولت كتير صار. والناس سهرانين ببيوتن دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع. جاي الليل يسوع يا هالأرض انحني صوت الفرح مسموع عم تضحك هالدنيا. والناس سهرانين ببيوتن دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع. شفنا بليلة عيد نور ضوى بالمدى سمعنا نشيد جديد غنوا نجمات الفضا. شفنا بليلة عيد نور ضوى بالمدى سمعنا نشيد جديد غنوا نجمات الفضا. والناس سهرانين ببيوتن دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع. جاي الليل يسوع يا هالأرض انحني صوت الفرح مسموع عم تضحك هالدنيا. والناس سهرانين ببيوتن دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع. الثلج بكوانين غطى كل الدنيا أطفال فرحانين والهدايا ملوانين. يا التلج بكوانين غطى كل الدنيا أطفال فرحانين والهدايا ملوانين يا ناس سهرانين ببيوتهم دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع جاي الليل يسوع يا هالأرض الحنين صوت الفرح مسموع عم تضحك الدنيا والناس سهرانين ببيوتهم دفيانين تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع تيوصل يسوع.
Right, thank you so much. Next up is Austria and Germany. And since we had two countries in the European Union, we thought we would invite the European Union representative Alessia, the deputy head of development. Alessia, please. Who'll speak and say a little bit about Austrian and Italian Christmas tradition, and even more excitingly, also perform for us. Please give Alessia a hand.
Good evening, buonasera, as we say in Italian, and I think gute Nacht, as they say in Austria, I'm not sure. So, as Jakob mentioned, I'm here representing the European Union, which is composed of 27 member states, but I can't really speak about 27 states, so I'm just sticking to my own country and Austria, which is our neighbor, because sometimes neighbor countries help themselves out. So I'm Italian. As you probably know, Italy is quite a religious country overall. We host the headquarters of the Catholic Church. However, Christmas is not, it's felt as a religious holiday, but mostly as the main occasion to gather with family members. In fact, although for the Christian religion, the Easter is actually the most important holiday, we consider it as a main. We even have a proverb that goes Natale con i tuoi, Pasqua con chi vuoi, which literally means Christmas with your family, Easter with whoever you want. In fact, Italy, much like Lebanon, although not to the same extent, is increasingly a country of immigration. My generation, if I speak personally, most of my friends are not living in Italy anymore, but Christmas is indeed the occasion to go back home. In fact, flight tickets are always very expensive for the period. So Christmas is also characterized by something that one of the many amazing things that make us famous in the world, which is, of course, food. I'm not going to list typical Christmas dishes because literally every city has a different one. Even cities that are next to each other have different dishes. But what we have in common throughout Italy is that these traditional dishes are untouchable. You can't even think of deviating from the norm. Just to give you a very personal example, at some point a few years ago, I went on a trip to Seychelles and I had this amazing octopus curry that I absolutely wanted to cook for Christmas, which I did, and my uncle didn't even touch it and looked at it with disgust. Then, of course, apart from food, we have other ancillary traditions that I would call them like that because they depend from family to family. So some families prepare a nativity scene, some families prepare a Christmas tree, normally on the 8th of December. And of course, there's the exchanging of presents, which clearly makes the period before Christmas a shopping and traffic nightmare. Now, I will talk about Austria, and I would like to thank Isabella from the Austrian Embassy for providing me this text that I will read. So, pre-Christmas period in Austria is called Advent. This is the time when Christmas markets open their doors and welcome people with fruits dipped in chocolate, as well as gingerbread and hot punch. The Advent wreath has 4 candles. Every Sunday before Christmas, Austrians light another candle. The symbolic meaning of the Advent wreath is to prevail over the darkness of winter nights. While you light the candles, there will be singing, reciting, and wishes. An advent calendar with 24 doors cannot be missed during Christmas time. Starting with December 1st, you get to open one door every day until the 24th of December. No matter how old you are, you're never too old for an advent calendar. The 6th of December, tomorrow, by the way, is the day of St. Nicholas. In Austria, it is a tradition for children who have behaved well during the course of the year to be rewarded with tangerines, nuts, and chocolate. Some get a visit from St. Nicholas himself in the afternoon, while others will find some goodies in their shoes by the morning. The best friend and companion of St. Nicholas is Krampus, who punishes those children who were not well behaved. A pair of scary horns and big bells mark his appearance, and the tradition all around the Krampus is celebrated differently throughout the country. Christmas is celebrated on the evening of December 24th. The Christmas tree is decorated on that day. Small children believe that this task is done by the Christkind, baby Jesus. No, Christkind, sorry, that's the German word. As soon as Christkind has done his work, the candles on the Christmas tree are shining. A little bell sounds to the children that it is time to see the Christmas tree with the presents under it. One room window is opened in the evening so that the Christkind can bring the Christmas presents. And in fact, presents in Austria are not brought by Santa Claus, but by baby Jesus. Since 1986, there has been the Licht ins Dunkel, sorry for the pronunciation, initiative by the Austrian state. Austrian people are donating money for the needy and the handicapped through the Advent period. The sum collected will be doubled by the Austrian government on the 24th of December. A child from Austria has the task of bringing the light from the growth of Jesus' birth in Bethlehem to the living rooms of all Austrians. The Holy Mass on the night of December 24th to 25th is called Christmette, I think. It is one of the largest celebrations in the church year. The Christmas dinner is the highlight of Christmas Day. Every family has its own family traditional Christmas dish. Celebrations continue with family and friends on the 25th and the 26th. Voilà. And now you will enjoy 3 songs from Italy and Austria. 4, actually. Enjoy. Just before we start, this song is apparently the only Italian Christmas carol, and everybody in Italy knows it. So if you're Italian, please join me. Tu scendi dalle stelle, o Re del cielo, e vieni in una grotta al freddo al cielo, e vieni in una grotta al freddo al cielo. Oh bambino mio divino, io ti vedo qui a tremar. Oh Dio beato, ai quanto ti costò l'avermi amato, ai quanto ti costò l'avermi amato. A te che sei del mondo il creatore, mancano pani e fuoco, oh mio Signore, mancano pani e fuoco, oh mio Signore. Caro eletto pargoletto, quanto questa povertà più mi innamora, già che ti fece amor povero ancora, già che ti fece amor povero ancora. Dormi, dormi, sogna piccolo amor mio. Dormi, dormi, posa il capo sul mio cor. Mille carubini in coro ti sorridono dal cielo, una dolce canzone t'accarezza il grido. Una man ti guida fra le nuvole d'or, sognando e regnando per te, mio tesoro, proteggendo il tuo cammino per te, mio tesoro, proteggendo il tuo cammino. Dormi, sogna piccolo amor mio. Dormi, posa il capo sul mio cuore. Posa il capo sul mio cuore. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schlaft, einsam wacht.
Right. Now it's time for Greece. Do we have Aliaki to introduce the Greek? Oh, you're there. Great. The consul of the Embassy of Greece. The audience is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. So I decided to speak to you about the tradition of the Christmas Greek carols that we have in Greece. Christmas carols is the only tradition that has been kept intact in Greece, of course with some alternations, around 30 registered, and adaptation depending the different particularities of each region. In general, there are simple songs that being sung from young kids and adults the eve before the three big holidays, that is Christmas, New Year's, and Epiphany Day. The carol singers wander around alone or in groups and visit houses, shops, and public spaces along with the famous metallic triangle and other musical instruments. Generally, the structure of the carols is very simple. They begin with a greeting, continue with the announcement of the religious holiday that is about to come, and they finish with wishes for the places that open the door to them. Carol's lyrics recite historic events and refer to a series of traditions and popular beliefs, like the gremlins, that is believed to visit the house the day after Epiphany. In this way, the carol singers wish health, happiness, and luck to the owners of the houses that they visit. Whatever the only thing that is very traditional to Greece is the tip that is being given to kids that sing them. Nowadays, it is a symbolic amount of money that its aim is to wish a good year ahead, while in the past people offered food like sweets, pies, almonds, chestnuts, and pomegranates, a tradition that people still do in the Greek province. Hopefully, I succeeded to give you a sense of what the Greek carols means to all around the world, and I invite you to enjoy them. Thank you very much.
gloriosas felicidades y verón en Vitlenti pone y sobre galante Sherry dei fisi scuri Entis in Fafniton allogo o Vasilip sonuranon che pitis sonulo plitis osvilon salusi todo xaenisistis qui tulum nationes iton primero pistis Ectistis ios exonte trisma divenditura astrolam notus odigi oris naiv signora sofflorum vidi putame Petra nalix Fioroni pluribus tu Cronia polantisi
Thank you. And up next is Brazil. We have Shleiman Kobani, the head of the Brazilian Cultural Institute, to say a few words about Christmas in Brazil, and more importantly, music in Brazil. Please, Shleiman.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in Brazil, we celebrate Christmas in the middle of the summer. The days are hot and sunny. The festivities are of a tropical mood. It is said that Santa Claus, known as Papai Noel, or the good old man, Bom Velhinho, arrives in silk cloth. Many Christmas traditions in Brazil were inherited from Portugal. Some of these were kept intact, while others were influenced by local traditions and other cultures that make up the melting pot that is Brazil today. Known as presépio, Christmas nativity scenes are very popular in Brazil. They are set up in churches, public squares, and homes all through the month of December. Christmas plays, known as Os Pastores, or the Shepherds, pretty much like the plays in Mexico, are also very popular. When Brazilians meet for Christmas Eve, it's usually the entire family that gets involved, from the immediate members to cousins, aunts, uncles, second cousins, and everyone else that is somehow related. As a result, gift giving could get quite demanding and expensive. That is why a popular way to approach Christmas gifting is Amigo Oculto, as it's known in Brazil, or simply Secret Santa. Religious Catholics in Brazil attend midnight mass, which is called Missa de Galo, Mass of the Rooster. The tradition goes back to colonial times, when Catholic priests started to hold a mass in the early mornings instead of the afternoons, so that farmers could work during the day. The rooster name is kept, although the mass is nowadays celebrated in the evening. After the mass, there are often big fireworks displays in big towns and cities, where you could find oversized Christmas trees. Giant Christmas trees are part of the Brazilian traditions. They abound throughout the country, including, of course, the iconic 85-meter tall tree of the Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon in Rio de Janeiro, and also the one at Ibirapuera Park in Sao Paulo. Now, the food. Favorite Christmas foods in Brazil include pork, turkey, ham, salads, and fresh and dried fruits. Everything is served with rice, cooked with a lot of dried raisins and a good spoon of farofa, which is the seasoned manioc flour extracted from cassava. For those who cannot afford the luxury of turkey, chicken, rice, and beans serve as a great traditional Christmas dinner. Food is one of the highlights of Christmas in Brazil. It is influenced by many cultures, including Brazil itself, Italy, Portugal, Spain, and Germany. Hotcakes from Portugal, rabanada, the Brazilian French toast that came from Spain, stollen, which is the famous German pudding, and the Italian-inspired panettone is almost everywhere during Christmas time. The most popular Christmas song in Brazil is Noite Feliz, or Silent Night. Comes next Bate o Sino, or Jingle Bells, Então é Natal, So It's Christmas, etc. Finally, there is a fascinating characteristic in Brazilian choirs: the vibration, the emotional involvement of the singers, be it in works in their own language or be it in international works. Ladies and gentlemen, the average Brazilian is very expressive and lives the music body and soul. Thank you, LAU and Dr. Reemdeep, for organizing this international Christmas event. If I may say, Feliz Natal, Merry Christmas to all of you. And now it's for the choir to sing Villa Lobos, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right. Thank you so much.
Feliz Natal, é o que nós desejamos a todo a gente de boa vontade. Feliz Natal para o rico e para o pobre, Natal de fé, Natal de paz e de vontade. Feliz Natal é o que nós desejamos a todo gente de boa vontade. Feliz Natal para o rico e para o pobre, Natal de fé, Natal de paz e de vontade. Saudemos o grande dia que tu hoje comemoras, seja casa onde
Right, so next up is my country, Denmark. We celebrate Christmas on the 24th, and on the 24th you'll see almost all Danish families singing together. We are dancing around the Christmas tree, singing. We have a lot of different Christmas carols to tune from. They sort of all have the same structure. They are quite repetitive. There's an easily recognizable tune, and then a lot of verses. They're basically designed for everybody to be able to sing along. We're only going to sing 2 songs tonight, even if my grandmother would for sure complain that we're not singing all of them for you. But we have assembled a little choir, so Kirsten and Tina, would you care to join me? Hello. Right, so we shall sing 2 Christmas songs. The first one is called De Kimano, which is basically a call for a Christmas party, and the second one is called Dejlige Jorden, which is tribute to the world and the beautiful world we live in and all its people. Thank you. And hats off for Dr. Reem. Danish is not an easy language to learn. And thank you so much from Tina, from the head of UN Habitat, and Kirsten, director of DanMission and Danish NGO here. Thanks a lot. Hello. Yeah. Now we come to the United States of America. I believe we have Marissa Gerfield, acting Deputy Chief of Mission, who'll say a bit about American traditions, and we all know a lot of carols. So I believe we have combined some of them. But please take the floor.
Good evening. Excuse me. Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I want to wish you all a happy and festive holiday season filled with joy, love, and health. My colleagues at the U.S. Embassy in Beirut and I are very grateful to be able to enjoy this holiday season with you and to learn from and participate in some of your traditions. It's a very unique pleasure to also have the chance to reflect from a distance on our traditions in the United States while we are serving abroad. One of the things that makes the United States so remarkable and beautiful is our diversity. It's a country that was created with an identity on shared values and goals with people who came from all over the world with customs and norms that contributed to the American fabric of life. Every December, Americans celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and other holidays with their loved ones. And family is everything this time of year, regardless of the holiday you're celebrating. Listening to everybody of the other countries' Christmas traditions, we've adopted so many of them, the tradition of food, the tradition of family, the tradition of Christmas carols. But one thing I think the United States has that you don't, we have Christmas lights. We have turned this into a competitive sport in the United States. When I was little, we would drive around to see what people had done. My favorite neighborhood was called Candlestick Lane because all of the neighbors got together. They had a big candlestick in their front yard and matching lights. And now it really is a competition with newspapers giving out awards for who has the most lights, spends the most on an electric bill, and things like that. But we love it. And even the big department stores in my little town of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, also had the Christmas windows at the big department stores, like not quite like Macy's in New York, but we still had the displays that were just wonderful. And I found out they're still doing that. So I also have to go off script and talk a little bit about the music this evening. Listening to the new ones that are unfamiliar music is lovely. Listening to the best version of Silent Night I've ever heard in my life was just wonderful. Thank you. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all Christmases be white. It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories and Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Cooking where sun has not come, and the hall with boughs of gold. Oh, come, all ye faithful, here we come a-caroling. Jolly old Saint Nicholas, in your ear can swear. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Oh, God, in the children now, dear and in excelsis Deo. With three kings of Orient o'er, there is gift of traveling shine. Joy to the world, joy to the world. Jingle bell, jingle, jingle. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Ride in a one-horse open sleigh, in a one-horse open sleigh. Merry Christmas! In excelsis Deo. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don't be now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Dance on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Love and joy come to you, and to you glad Christmas too. And God bless you and send you a happy Happy New Year, and I'll send you a Happy New Year. God rest you, merry gentle marriage, nothing you dismay, you remember bright star Savior, was for your Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, merrily on high, and the bells are ringing. Ding dong, merrily the sky is filled with angels singing. Gloria, Hosanna in excelsis, Gloria, Hosanna in excelsis, Gloria.
Wow, thank you so much. Now on to United Kingdom. We have the... No? Oh, sorry, there's more.
Ding dong, merrily on high, in heaven the bells are ringing. Ding dong, merrily the sky is filled with angels singing. Gloria, 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 Hosanna in excelsis. Gloria, 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 Hosanna in excelsis. It's all here below, let's see both bells ring stronger. And the by priest and people stronger. Gloria, 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 Hosanna in excelsis. Gloria, 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 Hosanna in excelsis. Pray you to take the time on your mountain shining fingers. May you beautifully ride on your ears-high song, you singers. Gloria, 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 Hosanna in excelsis. Gloria, 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 Hosanna in excelsis. Ding dong, 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 merrily on high.
Thank you. And now to the United Kingdom. Hamish, please.
Thank you, Jacob. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Ream and the LAU for this wonderful evening. And thank you also, congratulations to our Italian colleague and to our Danish colleagues for singing so beautifully. I must say that when Alessia, our Italian colleague, started singing, I looked at my colleague, the Australian ambassador, and we wondered whether we'd read the instructions properly or whether we were expected to sing as well. But I'm relieved, and you should be relieved as well, that you're not going to have me singing tonight. I will just very briefly say, so we like to be different in the UK, we're told quite often. I'm talking after our carols have been sung, and they are fantastic carols, and I want to congratulate also the choir. Ding Dong Merrily on High is one of my favourite carols, so great that we had it tonight. Speaking of doing things differently, I'm very pleased to hear that in Lebanon they do both Christmas dinner and Christmas lunch. Quite right. We only do Christmas lunch on the 25th, and that is for a very important logistical reason, which is we need to give time to Father Christmas, Santa Claus, to do his deliveries overnight. So we open our stockings on Christmas morning, and then we have the lunch. We have a tradition in my household as well that I've grown slightly to regret, which is that I personally have to cook all of Christmas lunch. I have been doing this now for 20 years with a cookery writer called Delia Smith, sitting by my side, not her personally, but the book, sitting by my side, and I now can do all the various things, but I rather regret the fact that I have lumbered myself with this tradition. The only good thing is that I get the next 364 days off, so, but that is a tradition in my family. Finally, we've heard a lot of carols, fantastic carols. So I'm not going to name a favourite carol, but actually I'm going to talk about a carol which is a book. Because one of the great things I think that the UK has contributed to the Christmas tradition is not a song, with lots of good songs, but a book called A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And it's a wonderful book, and it's been turned into films because it is a message of Christmas. It is a message about the redemptive spirit of Christmas, and it's one that touches everybody's hearts. So I will finish just by concluding with the great quote from Tiny Tim from Christmas Carol: God bless you all, each and every one of you. Thank you.
God rest you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. The shepherds at those tidings rejoiced much in mind, and left their flocks a-feeding in tempest, storm, and wind, and went to Bethlehem straight through with the Son of God to find. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Joy, joy, joy. Christmas night, all Christians sing to hear the news the angels sing. On Christmas night, all Christians sing to hear the news the angels bring. News of great joy, news of great love. which made the angels sing tonight. All out of darkness we have light, which made the angels sing tonight. Glory to God and peace to man, now and forevermore.
Thank you so much. And now on to Australia. Andrew, and sorry, more importantly, Claire, could you bring your wonderful family to the stage?
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to Dr. Ream and LAU. Congratulations to Dr. Ream and LAU for this wonderful evening. I must say it's great to get together as an international community to celebrate something as wonderful as Christmas and not talk about football. Australian Christmases are rich and varied, and they are a reflection of our country's incredible cultural diversity. Australia is home to the world's oldest and continuous culture, the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. And tonight, actually, we will be having one of the songs from Claire and family is in one of the Aboriginal languages. Indeed, Australia is a very multicultural and multilingual nation. More than half of all Australians were born overseas or have a parent who was born overseas. And collectively in Australia, we speak over 200 languages. And religiously, Australians are also very diverse, with traditional Aboriginal religions and atheism represented alongside the major religions. This rich cultural diversity is one of our great strengths, and it means that Christmas takes many different forms and signifies many different things to each Australian. However, there are some commonalities across Australia. And as in Brazil, Christmas Day, which falls in the middle of the summer, it's likely to be very hot. And as a result, some Australians celebrate Christmas at the beach or at the swimming pool. And our Christmas food can be influenced by the hot weather too, and it often includes a lot of seafood. Christmas Day is a national public holiday, and as a result, it's very much a day for families and friends to get together to relax and enjoy spending time together. Well, Austria has the Von Trapp family, and the United States has the Jackson 5. Tonight, I'm very, very proud that my deputy Claire and her husband Ben and their 3 beautiful daughters are doing Australia proud tonight, and they will be singing a number of Christmas songs, including an Aboriginal song. Thank you all very much.
Hi, my name's Connie. The first song we're singing is the Australian version of Jingle Bells. And before that is Wanju.
What does Wanju mean in the Aboriginal language?
Wanju means welcome. Wanju, Wanju, Korena Kura. Wanju, Wanju, Nurit Kura. Nana Chenapi, chinamin, nanakwarin ka. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Kain nanakura. 1, 2, 1, 2. Nonis kura. Nanachinabi. Nunu chinamin. Nanakwarin ka. 1, 2. Syria. Mumbala. Boyela. Magalaya. Nana Jenabi. Nunu Chinamin. Nana Kwarika. 1, 2. So our next song will be a medley. A medley is 2 songs combined together. This medley will be Jingle Bells Australian version and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Dashing through the bush in a rusty Holden ute, kicking up the dust with an esky in the boot. Kelpie by my side, singing Christmas songs. It's summertime and I am in my singlet, shorts and tongs. Oh, jingle bells, jingle jingle all the way. Christmas in Australia on a scorching summer's day. Hey, jingle bells, Christmas time is beaut. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a rusty Holden ute. Yeah, oh, what fun it is to ride in a rusty Holden ute. Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donna and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, ho, 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 Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Page 43, write it in your diary.
So you've just had the professionals and now it's the amateurs. we're singing, or I'm singing and Ben's playing White Wine in the Sun, which our ambassador talked a bit about the different Christmas traditions. And even for people in Australia who aren't religious, Christmas is a very special time because it often means coming back to Australia from very far away to spend time with family. And that's what this song is about. I really like Christmas. It's sentimental, I know, but I just really like it. And I'm hardly religious. I'd rather break bread with Dawkins than Desmond Tutu, to be honest. And yes, I have all of the usual objections to consumerism, to the commercialization of an ancient religion, to the pressurization of families prescient into buying PlayStations and toys. But I still really like it. I'm looking forward to Christmas, though I'm not expecting a visit from Santa. I'll be seeing my dad, my brothers and sisters, my gran and my mum. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I'll be seeing my dad, my brothers and sisters, my gran and my mum. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I'm not expecting big presents. The whole combination of socks, jocks and chocolates is just fine by me. 'Cause I'll be seeing my dad, my brothers and sisters, my gran and my mum. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I'll be seeing my dad, my brother and sisters, my gran and my mum. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. And you, my baby girl, my jet-lagged infant daughter, you'll be handed round the room like a puppy at a primary school. And you won't understand, but you will learn someday that wherever you are and whatever you face, these are the people who make you feel safe in this world. My sweet blue-eyed girl. And if my baby girl, when you're 21 or 31 and Christmas comes around and you find yourself 9,000 miles from home, you know whatever comes, your brother and sisters, your gran and my mum will be waiting for you in the sun. Whenever you come, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and your uncles, your grandparents, cousins, and me and your mum waiting for you in the sun, drinking white wine in the sun. Darling, when Christmas comes, we'll be waiting for you in the sun, drinking white wine in the sun, waiting for you in the sun, waiting for you. I really like Christmas. It's sentimental, I know.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, family. This is what Christmas is about, isn't it? Families. Now on to Romania. I think we have Adrian, the Deputy Head of Mission from the Romanian Embassy. Please, the floor is yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. In Romania, Christmas is one of the most loved celebrations, and there is actually a period of several days of festivities that start with Christmas Eve and continue until New Year's Eve. The most popular Romanian Christmas custom, widespread over the country, is carol singing. Carol in Romanian is colind, which is also a verb meaning to walk around on Christmas from house to house, door to door, singing carols. The tradition is preserved all over the country, with variations from one region to another, especially in rural areas where singers, are rewarded with cake, nuts, and pies. In every household, a Christmas tree is decorated on Christmas Eve or maybe a few days earlier, and this offers beautiful moments of family reunion, joy, and warmth. Everyone visits relatives, especially close ones, and usually gifts are offered, more or less symbolic. Family feasts are organized and carols are sung. In the end, Christmas in Romania is about preserving and promoting tradition, but also a time for letting worries and concerns aside and enjoying times spent with the loved ones and sharing good feelings. Thank you.
O, ce veste minunată, in Betlehem mi s-arată. Astăzi s-a născut cel de început, frumos poprosil. Asta n-ați ascult, cel fără de început, cum au spus prorocii. Cola Betlehem Maria, sovârșină colatoria, în sirac locaș din atet loras, a născut pe Mesia. The future viene nella trista dormire. So se nasco, sceso creasco, sone mondo asco. So se nasco, sceso creasco, sone mondo asco. Iaco vengo lindatori, fiori le dali, nocte melancontatori, flori le dali. Cia venereu, nereu, flori le dali, sceneu dominum nestiu, flori le dali. Dumnezeu adevărat, florile dale, surânare de uminat, florile dale.
Right, and now to Bulgaria. I believe we have the, yes, please, Ambassador.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you tonight. Okay, a few words about the Bulgarian Christmas tradition. First, the context. Snow, lots of snow. This is dating back to the times before climate change. Now, once in a while, maybe. So, the first element, the Christmas tree. The new tradition is about going to the market and together with your kids and buying a Christmas tree. So a lot of Christmas trees are destroyed because they are cut off and then taken home where you enjoy these Christmas trees, but 2 weeks later you throw them. So you buy the Christmas tree together with your children, in the best case scenario, because when they grow up, they don't want to do that with you. Then you go home, you decorate the Christmas tree together with your children, or you say that your children decorated the Christmas tree together with you. And it's fun, of course. What was happening 200 years ago, when Bulgaria was a rural country and everybody had a pine tree in his or her backyard. So that was the Christmas tree which was decorated by the family. It's a much better option than cutting Christmas trees. Second element of the tradition, Christmas Eve. So basically this is a standard, more or less standard Christian Orthodox element. It's a family event, and women at home prepare an odd number of meals. It shouldn't be even. First, and second, it should be all vegetarian. So this is the end of Lent, in fact. So, of course, what's a tradition? A tradition is an ideal type. So everybody does it in his or her own way. So some people do not eat just vegetarian, like me, for instance. That's why I look like this. But that's the tradition. The third element, this is the morning after. Carol singers, usually children, go around and greet their neighbors. In the best case scenario, they have little sticks, decorated sticks with flowers or with something else. And then they're supposed, while they are giving the Christmas greetings to their neighbors, they're supposed to hit them in the back. Not very hard, of course. And as a result of that, those guys, they're supposed to give the children cookies, chocolate, and maybe a little bit of big money, small coins. So this is the third element of the tradition. The fourth element, Christmas Day. This is the first day when you are allowed to eat meat. Usually this is pork, because traditionally in the past, when Bulgaria was a country with all rural areas, everybody would raise a pig in his backyard. So the pig is supposed to be slaughtered a little bit before Christmas, and on Christmas Day, people enjoy pork. So this is pretty much the Christmas tradition. I'm not going to talk about the gifts that people are supposed to get. Kids who are good or bad, because everybody gets gifts for Christmas. Anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank Dr. Reem and Dr. Olga. I'm sorry I didn't get your name. Your name? Okay, and they, of course, and enjoy two songs coming from Bulgaria. Both of these songs are supposed to be sung by a children's choir. But I think Dr. Reem will sing these songs better than any children's choir.
Nasmuciati de puleta, peiete de dispecete, che se nasce pape prima, piauata partina. Nasmuciati de puleta, peiete de dispecete, che se nasce na porneva, piauata partina. Zin, 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 piauata partina. Zin, 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 piauata partina. Jagot conceta e grivi, miata zancrecine grivi, vides pres vides e vie, utsuto se crie. Jagot conceta e grivi, miata zancrecine grivi, vides pres vides e vie, utsuto se crie. Zin, 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 utsuto se crie. Zin, 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 saputo se crie. Curtis pesnege se gusha, ancomice tata pusha, siacaș cabisa satreli, puca vicadeli. Curtis pesnege se gusha, ancomice tata pusha, siacaș cabisa satreli, puca vicadeli. Zin, 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 puca vicadeli. Zin, 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 puca vicadeli.
Right, last but not least, Spain. Hi, hi Margarita, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm the last one to talk and to have our Christmas carols tonight, but I hope you will enjoy them. First of all, I would like to thank LAU University for this initiative and to give us this opportunity to present and to explain what are the Christmas traditions in our countries. So in Spain, we have a lot of Christmas carols in Spanish and in the 3 regional languages. Euskera, Galician, and Catalan. We also have our Christmas trees and all these things. But I want to talk about 2 special traditions, las uvas y las campanadas, the grapes and the chimes, and then los tres Reyes Magos, the 3 kings or the 3 wise men. So on New Year's Eve, we don't do the countdown as every country does. We eat grapes instead. So it's not that easy. You have to eat 12 grapes in each 12 chimes. So it gives you like more or less 10 seconds to eat each grape. So please, if you try this at home this year, make sure that you don't choke while eating the grapes. So the aim of eating these grapes is that you can make 12 wishes. So they will bring you good luck for the next year. And if you miss, for example, 1 grape, don't stress, don't panic. You can eat them in the time zone of the Canary Islands 1 hour later. So, and the second one is Los Tres Reyes Magos, the 3 wise men or the 3 kings. So especially for the children who are in the room, Claire's daughters, maybe they will add this tradition this year. You never know. So actually, Spanish children, they receive gifts twice on Christmas. On December the 25th with Santa Claus, and on January the 6th with the 3 kings. Okay. So the party actually starts the day before, the 5th, with a big parade of the Three Kings in every city of Spain. They throw candies and sweets to children. They go to bed very early, and then next day in the morning they will wake up surrounded by gifts, thanks to the Three Kings. As you know, this tradition comes back, can be traced back, from the Bible, obviously, where the Three Kings traveled a long way to Bethlehem to offer Jesus gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now I can say that maybe the gifts are more laptops, mobile phones, something like that. Well, these are just two traditions. I can continue talking about Spanish traditions on Christmas a lot, maybe next year. So thank you so much, Lau University, and all of you. Thank you.
Dio, la guarda libera, Dios muerto el lobo de nuestra cordera, Dios muerto el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dio, la guarda libera, Dios muerto el lobo de nuestra cordera, Dios muerto el lobo de nuestra cordera. Desde que nacido es el gran monarca, Cristo patriarca, de carne vestido, años de delito, cosecha que quito, aunque era finito se encierra. Rio, la guarda libera, Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Yo vi 1000 garzones que andaban por aquí volando, haciendo 1000 sones, diciendo gascones, gloria sea al cielo, y paz en el suelo, que Jesús naciera. Rio, la guarda libera, Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Diciembre, 25 de diciembre, un niñito muy bonito ha nacido en un portal, con su carita de rosa parece una flor hermosa. Venid, pastorcillos, venid, pastorcillos, venid con la bandereta, casa nueva a portal, adorar al Rey del suelo, que ha amanecido suelo. Fa la 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 la.
Thank you so much for tonight, and please a warm applause to Dr. Reem, Olga, Yukri, and Music Club.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for coming. Thank you very, very much for coming and staying with us for 2 hours. I would like to acknowledge General Dr. Hurro for the arrangement of the Arabic Lebanese pieces. General Hurro, thank you very much.